Good afternoon. It is Wednesday, December 1st, 2021. And today we had another crazy day. We had these two measured legs up in the morning, and we went a little further than that, and then we just had this huge monstrous sell-off. You can see in the morning we were working in this upward trend, and then just I can't say it's two measured legs down. We went much further than that. Maybe if we drag this right here. Nope, that wouldn't work. So I'm thinking probably like this. But that could be wrong. I mean, if it is from this price level to here, we went further than him. Oh, that looks like that might be it. Oh wait, no, that wouldn't make sense because these are the highs. So I think I had it right here, and we went beyond that measured move. So big sell-off. We're trending up right now. There was a good opportunity to go long in here. I didn't mark it. I'll mark it when we get to it. But let's go through these trades because I'm trying to be done with this video. So I guess 5 o'clock comes in right about here, and we're in an uptrend from the overnight, but we already had a break of this channel and a move to a new high. That looks like two legs up to me. So I was a little weary, and we started going sideways here. So when you get this first failed second entry long, this second entry long looks pretty good. So you know that traps some people. And you can see, look, this is like a clearly a level of resistance. So this is, I like this, and it closes beneath the EMA. You might just ride it back to the level of support, but it goes much further. And then we come, and it turned out that this was like a spike in channel. As you can see, this is the spike up and channel, or at least that's how I viewed it. And so we come down to that lower level of support, and we bounce. We make a double bottom right here, and you get a first failed second entry short, and this clearly looks like a channel up. And then we get an overshoot of that channel here. It comes back down to these lows, and you get another first failed second entry short. It's tough here because it looks like once it bounces right here, it just feels like we're not going to bounce, but if you take that trade, that's a big move. It also looks slightly congestive right there. So we break up into this congestion, and I viewed this as like a new low. First entry failed, second entry short, and that's a really good signal bar. And you can see it's like bouncing off this level, but it just feels like we're overdone. We had a break of this steep channel up and a move to a new high, but that does look like one leg, and here's the second leg, so it looks like perfect price action to me. But anyway, after we make this new high, we shoot through the EMA, and you get a first entry, breaks higher, second entry long. This is also a first failed second entry long, second entry short. And you can see I drew a trend channel right here. It looked like a downward trend. I don't think you can enter on this. I wasn't comfortable entering on it. It's a lower high, but it's also a new high. So I don't think you can enter on that, unfortunately. I don't think you can enter here either. Look how steep that move down is. But look, we find support right at that trend channel, and then it bounces in the other direction, and we get this yellow channel up, but it turns out that it's this larger channel, or at least that's how I viewed it. And it looks like a very strong trend with all these dojis, and you get a bounce here. I don't think you can take this. This is a first second entry long right here. I don't know about that. I don't think I would have had my trend channel drawn there either at that point. is all very far from the EMA, and we come to the top of that trend channel and you get an overshoot, and then this thing just starts selling off. You get a first entry, failed second entry long. I just didn't like it. Closes just below the EMA, and I wasn't too crazy about that. But when we got this second entry short, first second entry, I like that trade a lot. And here, this is just a lower high off the channel, off the trend channel. It kind of looks like what I was looking at this as is it, even though we didn't make a new high, it kind of looks like this is a new high and you get a first failed second entry. But even then, this is a second entry. I just liked it how this looks, and I like how this one sets up too. But it's just it's not according to the rules. It's just off the trend line, first entry. We overshoot that, and then again we bounce at the larger uptrend channel. The overshoot, so you might look for a failure right here, and this looks tempting here, but it just doesn't break lower. But if you wait, you get this. But here, I don't like how this bar, this is our signal bar, it closes beneath the EMA, unfortunately. Not too sure why I marked this, because this is just, I guess technically this is a second entry. Long. That's very aggressive. I don't really see why to take that. Then we get this steep channel down here. Let me see. I'll delete that. But we get this steep channel down. You don't get a setup here. This is the failure right here, but that's too far from the EMA. And you got 3 bars stacked up, and it's at this level of support for the longer term trend channel. But you could tell price, especially when it gets all congested, prices are trying to go lower. And if you draw your trend channel off these highs, well, we get a first entry, second entry, and I wouldn't have the guts to take that because we're going straight into that trend channel. But then when you get this is a new high, first failed second entry long, you definitely might consider going short there. And it's a lower high off the trend channel. That's what I like. So I marked that as red. And it looks like this is a channel, but this channel doesn't hold. So then we form this yellow channel, and this is all just way too far from the EMA, and it really got crazy here. We get a first entry, second entry short right here. All this is way too far from the EMA. Here it's very congestive. It's getting crazy. Let me see if there's any way to think about where this is bouncing. I mean, you got to bounce right here in the overnight. It's also at a level of an important price level from yesterday, but I don't see anything other than that. We get a break of the yellow channel and move to a new low, and it looked like we might be reversing here. You don't get a failure till right here, but that just seems late. So when you do get a first entry, second entry long, I like that setup. It closes above the EMA. And all you get out of this is a scalp, though. Then it becomes really congestive. And I think probably, yeah, this is probably a range right here. And so if I had that drawn, maybe I wouldn't be taking this. But that's tough because, look, this price level, we blow right through it here. And this is just tough. It's just it looks like a range. We broke down into it. So this is hard to see, and I'm really only seeing it now. So I think if people got trapped in here, I don't blame you. I wouldn't beat yourself up. But yeah, I guess we broke down into this range. I'm seeing that now. We formed congestion right here, and then we come lower. And all this is too far from the EMA. You can see we get a first, second entry, but it's above the EMA. So you might treat this as a failure, but we're like in a downtrend. It's just, It's tough. But I did like how he bounced off the closes. So maybe I shouldn't be marking these longs. You do get a first failed second entry right here, but I don't like how congestive this is. But I mean, I'm marking these longs and not marking the shorts. Maybe that's what I need to be doing. You might take this as a breakout pullback, but that's not the high of the swing. And so once we broke this channel, we've now made a new low, and we bounce again, and this is a strong move up, and the failure comes up here. That's far from the EMA, so it's tough to say. The reason I like this is it's like a triple test and a really bearish bar, and we broke this channel. Whoops. I don't know why I had it drawn. I had it drawn like this, maybe. Maybe I had it drawn. I mean, the way I had it drawn, I thought we had a break of this channel and a move to a new high right here. And so I was waiting for a lower high. And it looks like I had it drawn incorrectly now. But I think my thinking was correct. Well, it does look a little steeper. Like maybe, yeah, this is probably what I had it as. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm okay with this now. So you have this break outside, move to a new high and a lower high. And I really wanted to get a bearish signal bar here to go short beneath. But if you're watching this live, it just was moved way too fast. So first entry, failed second entry right here, doesn't set up well. We start trending down, and you get a triple test right here, but this doesn't set up either. And we start trending down. I think there might be a trade in here if you look at it, but I can't market anything with confidence. It just looks like consecutive lower highs. And we're also going into that important price level. I was just felt a little risky for me, but look how bearish that is. You might go short there. Unfortunately, this isn't a second entry because that set up beautifully, or it didn't set up beautifully, but it looks great, and you get a huge, huge, strong move here. And we keep riding this midline all the way down. And in these strong trends, this is clearly a strong trend. You might go short on any bearish signal bar. We finally get an overshoot, leads to a break, and we form this range, but you don't really see it until right here, or down here on this test of this low, and by that time you don't know. You might go long here on a breakout pullback, but it's just a first entry. So when we get this second entry short right here, that looked good to me. It's a first time break out of the range. And then you might go short here to go back into the range. But look how congestive that is. And this is all past the time we trade, so I don't want to mark that, but you can see it's selling off, and it's selling off strong. I'm not going to show my real trades today just because I want to get out of here, but I'll show my simulator trades. So I went short. Okay, right here. Yeah, that's a good trade. It's just a second entry short. That's like a lower high off the trend channel. So I like that trade. And it looks like I took this failure. Yeah, and I got out by the... And I don't like this because I entered after a scalper's profit was reached, unfortunately. So no, I don't like that trade. And I don't see why I would be expecting a reversal either. So, wish I was more patient today, but ended up in the green. Hope everyone had a good day. I'll be back tomorrow.